British linguist and geographer Multilingo Man presents The Names for the Middle East in the Languages of Europe. A very warm welcome to you. In this video, I would like to tell you some interesting facts about the names for the Middle East in the Slavonic, Finno-Ugric, Baltic, Germanic, and Romance languages. In the Slavonic languages, except Macedonian, as well as the Finno-Ugric and Baltic languages, plus one Germanic language, German, the names for the Middle East literally mean the Near East. The Slavonic languages, except Macedonian. Bliski Wschód, Bliski Východ, Bliski Východ, Bliski Schід, Bliski Wschód, Ближний Восток, Ближний Восход, Близкий Исток, Близкий Исток, Близкий Исток, Близкий Istok. The Finno-Ugric languages. Lähi Itä, the Near East. Lähis Ida, literally the Near East. Közel-Kelet, literally the Near East. The Baltic languages. Dove Austrum, literally the Near East. Artimiei Ritei, literally the Near East. One Germanic language, German. Der Nahe Osten, literally the Near East. On the other hand, in one Slavonic language, Macedonian, the Scandinavian languages, and Greek, the names of the Middle East most commonly used by journalists literally mean the Middle East, while their equivalents in the Romance languages mean either the Middle Orient or the Orient Middle. In Portuguese spoken in Portugal, the name for the Middle East literally means the Middle Orient, and in Portuguese of Brazil it means the Orient Middle. One Slavonic language, Macedonian, Sredin Istok. The Scandinavian or North Germanic languages, Mellemöstern, Mittöstern, Mellanöstern, or Mellersta Östern, Mid-Österland. Literally, Mid-East lands. Greek, Messi Anatoli, literally the Middle East. Dutch, Het Midden-Oosten, Het Midden-Oosten. The Romance languages. Le Moyen-Orient, Il Medio Oriente, El Medio Oriente, or El Oriente Medio, O Medio Oriente, Oriente Médio, Orientul Mijlociu, literally the Orient Middle. In Macedonian, Norwegian, Dutch, Flemish and Greek, the historical names of the Middle East literally mean the Near East. Blizok Istok. De Nare Osten, het nabije Oosten. Het nabije Oosten. Aegis Anatolie. In Czech and Slovak, the historical names of the Middle East literally mean the Front East. Přední východ, Prední východ. In Danish and French, the respective historical names for the region literally mean the Near Orient. Near Orient, Le Proche-Orient. In Spanish and Portuguese, they mean either the Near Orient or the Orient Near, while the Swedish equivalent means the Front Orient. El Oriente Próximo, El Próximo Oriente, Orient Próximo, O Próximo Oriente, Fremre Orienten. These terms are mostly used by historians and archaeologists, but in colloquial speech they sound archaic. But has the Middle East always been called the Middle East in English? Until the 20th century, most English speakers called the Middle East the Near East. However, in the 20th century, the neologism the Middle East began to replace the term the Near East. According to several sources, the term the Middle East was popularized by Rear Admiral Alfred Thayer Mahan, U.S. Navy officer, teacher, and geostrategist, considered the most important American strategist of the 19th century. The Middle East Institute was founded in Washington, D.C. in 1946. The term the Near East still exists in English, but is used much less often than the Middle East. But what do we mean by the Middle East? The following countries are most commonly referred to as Middle Eastern countries: Bahrain, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Oman, Palestine, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Syria, Turkey, the United Arab Emirates, and Yemen. According to some sources, Cyprus is also a Middle Eastern country. All these countries, including Cyprus, are in Southwest Asia, except for Egypt, which is in North Africa, and the European part of Turkey. Strictly speaking, the Arab countries to the west of Egypt are not Middle Eastern countries. Instead, they belong to the Maghreb region. In Arabic, El Maghrib means the west. Indeed, Morocco and Mauritania are Arab countries that lie entirely in the Western Hemisphere. But what are the names of the Middle East in the languages spoken in the Middle East? In Arabic, Al-Sharq al-Awsat, literally the East Middle. In Hebrew, Hamizrach HaTichon, literally the East Middle. In Turkish, Orta Doğu, literally the Middle East. In Persian, Hawarmianeh, literally the Middle East. Incidentally, contrary to popular belief, Cyprus is not in Southeast Europe. It is in Southwest Asia. In fact, this country is the only European Union member state outside Europe. The most easterly point in the European Union is Cape Apostolos Andreas in northeast Cyprus, the part of the country whose inhabitants are of Turkish origin. Nevertheless, this region is closer to the capitals of Lebanon, Syria, Israel, and Jordan than it is to the capital of Turkey. The distance between Cape Apostolos Andreas and Ankara is just under 310 miles, while the respective distances between Cape Apostolos Andreas and Beirut, Damascus, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and Amman are 134, 178, 247, 271, and 267 miles. Moreover, the distance between Cape Apostolos Andreas and Aleppo, Syria's biggest city, is 149 miles. And the distance between Cape Apostolos Andreas and Latakia, Syria's most important port, is only 68 miles. The border between the Greek and Turkish parts of Cyprus runs to the country's capital, Nicosia. Nevertheless, Nicosia is closer to Cairo than it is to Istanbul and Athens. The respective distances between Nicosia and Cairo, Istanbul and Athens are 374, 469, and 569 miles. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment on this video, and of course, subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching and have a good day. See you.